of. Let's look at another area where we have got world of international trade. We'll look at world of international trade. Before we look at those that area, by now we have to know what is globalization. We have to know the importance of globalization and then globalization of production and globalization of markets. So we have got these two types of globalization. We have globalization of production and globalization of markets. And why are they important? And then you should be able to explain the importance of globalization. Now let's look at another area, and this area we are looking at it as the area of cross-cultural businesses. Let's look at area of cross-cultural businesses. Cross-cultural business. When we talk about cross, you know what cross, right? Yeah. Cross-cultural businesses. What do you think cross-cultural businesses?
Cross-cultural business, businesses that are joined by people from different countries.
Those are at least businesses that are being done by people of different cultures, right? So you know what culture? You have got your own culture, yes? People have got their own cultures, right? So if you have to define what is culture, let's define what culture is.
I think this is the way the person. This is more like the doctrine the person is brought up being on how to live, on how to think or explore the person.
All right. In other words, the definition of culture, if I define culture, definition of culture is just a set of values, beliefs, rules, and institutional beliefs and institutions that have got specific group of people. So talk about set of values, set of beliefs, set of rules and institutions. That is what is called culture. The moment you have got culture, you are looking at the way beliefs. You look at values, and you look at other areas. So we have our own culture, we have got set of our own belief. The way our beliefs is quite different from those beliefs from those people in other areas. So that is culture. We have got our own culture. The Yawos, they have got their own culture. The Lomos, they have got their own culture. What they believe in. So that's the culture. Then, when we look at this culture is very highly complex, especially when it comes to globalization. It's very, very, very complex culture. It's very difficult for you to change somebody's culture. That's why we say that culture is very, very complex. Why culture is very, very complex? Simply because people, they have got their own cultures of which they adopted several values, and those values they can't take them away from themselves. That's why it is very, very difficult. Your culture cannot be you have your culture, and your culture cannot be compared to somebody's culture. Then let's look at this culture in form of ethnocentricity. Let's look at the culture in form of ethnocentricity. 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 Culture. The word ethnocentricity refers to beliefs that one has or owes between ethnic groups or culture, and you think that your culture is superior to that of others. Well, this is just a belief that you possess, and then you think that your culture is superior than others. For example, you have your own culture, I have my own culture. I can think that my culture is the best. We call that as ethnocentricity. You just have to take that in mind. Whatever I do, this culture is mine, and my culture is the best culture. It's just a belief. It's just a belief. You have seen people saying culture is the best culture. Our culture is fine. That's what it's called, ethnocentricity. You think you have culture, and you think that your culture is the best. And again, we have what is called national culture. National culture is the culture that you have nationally. Like Malawi, we have got our own culture. I remember a long time during Kabu's time, we had our own culture. And our culture could be the national culture. Everyone has to buy membership card. That was our culture. But when we came with this party, we stopped that issue as what with those guys as what they used to do during Kamu's time. So we have got national culture versus subcultures. So national culture for your country. Here in Malawi, we have got our own national culture. We have our own national culture. But again, out of our own national culture, there are other subcultures. Subcultures, we are looking at those cultures that are mushrooming from different areas. Those are subcultures. So let's define what is subculture. By definition, subculture is just a group of people who share a unique way of life within a large dominant culture. It's just a group of people who share a unique way of the life within a larger dominant culture. So we are looking at that as the subculture. Small culture from the major culture, that's what's called subculture. We have got a major culture, or the one of the biggest culture. Out of that major culture or the biggest culture, we have these subcultures. And from these subcultures is where we'll be looking at this in terms of either whether the culture is ethnocentricity, or we have got there are several cultures. Because when you say this culture is mine, this culture is mine, my culture is the best, my culture is the best, it means that in that context there are a lot of cultures. That's why out of that we have got, those are what are called subcultures. We have the subculture, Lomwe, Yao, those are subcultures from one culture, because our culture is a national culture. Like Malawi, we have got our own national culture, and out of that we have got other cultures. We have got other cultures. I think we can stop it there. Next time we will continue from these cross-cultural businesses, and we see what we'll do later.